This is Desean Brown, facing trial for a double murder in Hamilton County, Ohio. In December 2020, Brown allegedly stabbed and killed his girlfriend, Nytasia Lattimore, at her apartment on Melrose Avenue. Following her murder, Brown reportedly disposed of her body near the Purple People Bridge and threw her 3-year-old son, Nilo, alive into the Ohio River. Brown was charged with aggravated murder, evidence tampering, and gross abuse of a corpse. Nytasia's father, Nilo's grandfather, expressed that Brown deserved no mercy.
Vashon Brown deserves nothing less than the death penalty. That's exactly what you deserve. No mercy at all.
As Brown appeared in court facing the death penalty, Nilo's father decided to confront him. During the hearing, Tonio Hughes, wearing all black, was seated at the back. As proceedings concluded, Hughes moved toward Brown, repeatedly striking him in the head. It took 2 deputies to intervene and restrain Hughes. Hughes continued to resist, requiring half a dozen deputies to finally detain him.
Taking it. No, come with me. All right, don't. Again. Your Honor, taking it.
Chill out.
No.
Chill out.
Sit down. Sit.
Nope.
Sit down now.
Have a seat. You good? Hey, chill out.
I'm good. No, not yet.
Have a seat in the courtroom. You have haircuts?
Afterward, Hughes was escorted out and later served 4 days in prison for contempt of court. Brown's trial is scheduled for January 2025. Desean Brown isn't the only case where the accused faced justice from a victim's loved ones. Dale Williams, on trial in Youngstown, Ohio, also faced a dramatic courtroom confrontation. In June 2017, Williams reportedly forced his ex-girlfriend Elizabeth Pledger Stewart off the road on Market Street, causing her car to crash. He then fatally shot her, leaving behind 2 children. Williams pled guilty to aggravated murder and weapons charges and faced a life sentence. Facing the possibility of life in prison, the 62-year-old appeared at his sentencing, where the victim's 2 sons decided to hand over some justice of their own. 30-year-old Anthony Dees leapt over a table, evaded the deputies, and dragged Williams by his feet. Then his younger brother, Jerome Stewart, joined in, and together they punched and kicked Williams. Despite deputies' attempts to separate them, one officer resorted to using a taser on Stewart. Williams was eventually escorted out, wiping blood from his face. Both brothers were arrested and later faced assault, contempt, and obstruction charges. A week later, Williams was sentenced to 23 years to life for the murder. While Dale Williams was viciously attacked by the sons of the woman he murdered, what happens when brother attacks brother in court? Consider the case of Kwin Boes, charged in Indiana with the tragic death of his infant son. Reports say Boes was accused of causing the death of his 11-week-old child at their home in Gibson County. Initially, Boes claimed his son had stopped breathing after a fall from the bed. However, the investigation uncovered a different story. The baby had died from blunt force trauma to the head. Eventually, Boes pleaded guilty to domestic battery resulting in death. But then an unexpected and shocking moment unfolded during his sentencing. As Boes, heavily shackled, was escorted out of the courtroom, his brother, Jeremiah Hartley, the baby's uncle, attacked him with a series of punches. Hartley was immediately detained and arrested. He received a 179-day sentence for contempt and now faces additional misdemeanor battery charges. As for Boes, he received a 25-year prison sentence for his son's death. While Boes faced brutal justice from his own brother, what happens when someone encounters a similar fate at the hands of their own son? Take the case of Vashon Flowers on trial for murder in Muskegon County, Michigan. According to reports, in May 2019, Flowers fatally shot his wife, Jamie, at their home in Muskegon Heights, following a heated day-long argument that began over cigarettes. After police separated the couple, Flowers left but returned hours later, broke down the door, and shot Jamie 4 times. The 46-year-old later surrendered to authorities and was charged with open murder. In court, Jamie's daughter, Paris, took the stand, recounting the tragic events she witnessed.
He got down on the ground and started choking my mom. Actually, I heard, "You don't have to do this, Vashon. Please don't do this. You don't have to do this." And then I heard gunshots.
Do you recall how many you heard?
4. I got up and I left out of the room. She was sitting straight up against the wall.
Did you observe some blood?
Yes, on her shirt. Gunshots, bullet holes in her shirt, and blood.
But it was Jamie's son, London Jones, who decided to confront Flowers himself. During a hearing, 21-year-old London sat with his siblings in the gallery. Suddenly, he leaped over the barrier, heading straight for his mother's killer. Fortunately, deputies managed to intercept him just in time. London was eventually restrained and escorted out of the courtroom. Once the court proceedings resumed, Flowers, a repeat offender, was convicted and sentenced to life in prison.